Hey, good Tuesday to you. I'm Storm Team 9 Meteorologist Patrick Ellis here with your ENC Weather Update for this October the 8th, 2013. Another wet, cool, and breezy day across eastern North Carolina, and we're expecting several more as we go through the rest of your upcoming work week. We'll detail that here in the forecast video, and also a look at the tropics real quick because there's a little disturbance that we're watching coming off the West African coastline. We'll detail that here in the update video. Here's a look at the temperatures today. We had a very strong cold front push through eastern North Carolina, and I was talking about this last night in the update video as well as during the newscast, that our high temperature was actually going to be met sometime around midnight tonight, and that's exactly what happened. The high temperature today in Greenville, 70 degrees, 74 at New Bern, 72 at Jacksonville, and 74 at Beaufort. But who's out at midnight for the most part, except I was heading home at that point, but afternoon temperatures were stifled, and actually through the morning time hours as well. We got down to the upper 50s, low 60s last night as expected, but the afternoon temperatures only warmed up to the lower 60s in many locations, except for right at the immediate beaches where you were able to hold on to a little bit warmer air. Actually, Beaufort was at 67 degrees this morning and then dropped to 63 as we head through the afternoon hours. So our forecasted high temperature yesterday, if you remember, was 63, and that's exactly what we had through the afternoon hours. So that's kind of what we were thinking as far as putting that 63 on the board, even though the official high temperature yesterday, for today rather, was at 70 degrees. 61 currently in Greenville, 63 at New Bern, as well as Morehead City, 60 degrees at Jacksonville, 58 at Kenansville, as well as Goldsboro, 59 for Wilson and Kinston this evening. Now the winds are still up there and going to stay up there the next several days. Actually, north and northeast winds anywhere from 10 to 15, upwards of 20 miles per hour. Morehead City coming in at 17 mile per hour winds. The current wind gust down there is 24 miles per hour. So we continue to see some very brisk winds, and that's going to be the story the next several days. That's why the National Weather Service has gone ahead and issued coastal flood advisories for Craven, Pamlico, as well as Carteret counties in the Outer Banks. The reasoning why is because these brisk north and northeast winds are continuing to pile up water on the north and east facing shores on the southern side of the Neuse and also the southern portion of the Pamlico River, the Pamlico Sound rather. And that's what we're going to continue to watch the next couple of days. 1.5 to 2 foot water rises above normal high tide. So if you usually flood in this type of situation, this is going to be a persistent thing the next 2-3 days. So just be ready for some the potential for some higher water coming up towards your back doorstep if you live right along the river or the sound. On the pink you see there is the small craft advisory that's in effect for all offshore waters of eastern North Carolina. Here's a look at the big picture, and the remnants of Karen now pushing off of Jacksonville, Florida at this point. High pressure into the mid-Mississippi Valley, all the way through the Mississippi Valley and also the Ohio River Valley. Another frontal boundary dropping southward, not really have not a lot of moisture to go along with it, so nothing doing with that at the time being. But obviously the main story right now is what's going on across our neck of the woods, and the reasoning why it is not moved offshore very far is because a blocking ridge of high pressure in the central Atlantic Ocean that's basically bullying this system to stay in the same place, and that's exactly what's going to happen. It is not moving anytime soon for us, and that shower and thunderstorm activity will continue to move into the area. And on top of that, the area of low pressure is going to continue to ride up towards the north and into the middle portion of the atmosphere, about 5,000 feet above our heads. There's a warm fetch of air that's rolling up from the warm portions of the Atlantic Ocean just to the north of the Caribbean islands. And that's moving up here, and that's providing us the moisture to get these showers going. So you have warm, moist air at aloft, and then you have cooler, drier air, technically drier air at the surface. And that's why we're seeing these showers. It's basically setting up an instability pocket on top of us, and the low pressure system is not going to help that at all. It's actually going to enhance the instability in the atmosphere. So here's a look at the precision forecast model. If you are out and about this evening, the temperatures are going to not waver all that much, likely going to hold in the upper 50s to lower 60s, maybe some middle 60s down along the coast. through the overnight hours, but the showers will stay in there as well. North and northeast breezes at 10 miles per hour. Could see a few heavier downpours tomorrow, and with those heavier downpours, could see some gusty winds associated with that as well. Most areas middle 60s with a brisk north and northeast wind at 10 to 20 miles per hour, gusting upwards of 25 to 30 miles per hour. Could see a couple pockets further south if the rain does get out of there. Could try to peak out around 70 degrees, but I think most of us will stay into the middle 60s through the afternoon hours of your Wednesday, and even into the evening hours as well. And once again, some heavy downpours possible, especially for the inner banks and the outer banks as the system rolls up towards the north. And we'll have to keep an eye out on some of these because there will be enough helicity in the atmosphere to maybe get a low top spinner going, and maybe a brief tornado or something. I don't want to go into that because of the fact that this is a very low cape, high shear type of event rather than anything else, but the surface winds are not conducive for that, so we're not really going to mention that. But there is the potential for some spinning in the atmosphere because of the helicity values thanks to the surface low pressure system that's going to try to back the winds. But to be honest with you, with the high pressure system off to the north and west of us, it's just funneling in these northeast winds, and a northeast wind just does not have the same effect as a southerly or southeasterly wind does when it comes to tornadic development. But I wouldn't be surprised if a waterspout did try to come up tomorrow afternoon across the Pamlico Sound. Let's look out towards the tropical satellite. In this little area we're watching coming off of the African coastline has a 30% chance for development over the next 48 hours, a 40% chance for development over the next 48 for the next 5 days. So we'll continue to watch that one. But in the meantime, for us, we're going to continue with rain showers and windy conditions across eastern North Carolina. 66 on average tomorrow, 64 for Thursday. And the reason why we're going to go with 64 is because as the area of low pressure, the actual upper level low, comes on top of us, that's going to help to dynamically cool the atmosphere with the rain shower activity. And that will actually cool the atmosphere down a little bit more than what we'll see for tomorrow. There's actually going to be a little bit of warm air advection coming in for Wednesday, while there's going to be a dynamic setup where we're going to have some cooler air sinking through the area on Thursday. We could actually have temperatures on Thursday right around the 60-degree mark for high temperatures. For Friday, still with a chance for showers as that low lifts northward. Could see a couple peaks of sunshine in there as well, but I think mostly cloudy skies. And I think the rain shower activity should be out of here through the afternoon hours, but we'll keep a chance for showers in the forecast, especially north of US 64 through the evening hours. So touchdown Friday, maybe still dealing with some showers, but definitely wet fields are going to be an issue on Friday evening. Saturday, slim chances for showers at that point, and temperatures starting to warm up as well as we start to get the pattern a little bit more progressive, but still a little unsettled at this point in the modeling, not really handling this upcoming setup the next couple of days. And we'll start to see some more sunshine as we head towards the first portion of your next work. That'll do it for me here on the ENC Weather Update. Stay up to date with us on Facebook as well as Twitter and on WNCT.com. Next update here by tomorrow. He's tuned in tonight at 10 o'clock on CW and 11 o'clock right back on WNCT for the latest weather information from me and Dante Jones, and tomorrow morning from 5 to 7 a.m. You guys have a great rest of your evening, a great weather week ahead.